Hello, I decided to play some Diablo 3 today, and to ask the question that the video title has in it. Will the Reaper of Souls be the Lord of Destruction for Diablo 3? Lots of people play Diablo 3. They weren't overly thrilled by it. Lots of people love to bash it. I am not in the camp where I love to bash it. I was addicted to it for maybe a month or two, and then I stopped playing outside of occasionally with a friend. I thought it was a good game. It just can't compete with MMOs. It's not an MMO. I always thought of it as a single player RPG, and that's kind of what it is. And I thought it did a good job for that. But I'm gonna go over some of the changes they brought in, and actually, so far, I think the changes are fairly solid. Put your opinions in the comments below. The first of the changes I'm going to go into are how they've changed the game settings. First of all, you don't have normal, nightmare, and inferno anymore. What you have is normal, hard, expert, master, and torment. And instead of having monster power, you have this little scalar bar on torment. I usually just play it on torment 1, but you can do torment 1 through 5. It's much simpler than the old system, so I kind of like that. Monster power, as I recall, you had to go into options and set it up to even operate. So that's kind of a good upgrade. That's nothing big so far. And let's see, I kind of actually want to do some because there's a lot of things to kill there. Now the big thing they're also getting rid of will be the auction house, which is actually still here. There it is. That button's going to be gone once they actually release the expansion. At first, I was kind of against this. I kind of like the auction house pretty much because I was one of those guys on Diablo 2 where I'd actually go to those third-party websites and trade. I wouldn't actually pay real money for stuff, but I would trade ruins for gear and stuff like that. Whoa, I'll have to delete that later. But I would actually pay money for stuff like that. So I kind of like the auction house. But what they've done is they've actually changed the loot system substantially. And I'm going to show you that in greater detail once I actually do some gameplay here. But it's changed a lot. It's not, this auction house here isn't really needed. The other big change, and here I'll have to go into the game to show you guys this. Is that they've eliminated loading screens. No, they're still there. Alright, I thought I put myself in Act 3, but probably in Act 2. But I can still go over what I wanted to bring up here, and that is the Paragon level changes. Paragon level was introduced in one of the patches for Diablo 3, and honestly, I'm not a huge fan of it. What it was essentially they put 100 points of level, or 100 levels, on top of your regular 60, and they worked almost the same way, except they gave you Gold Find and Magic Find, which was nice. I'm not going to say no to Gold Find, and especially not Magic Find. But it just felt like instead they just raised the level cap to 160 and didn't give us any new content to go through. So that was kind of annoying. But they've completely changed Paragon. If you've ever played Star Wars: The Old Republic, it's now a lot more like Legacy. Your Paragon points are your Paragon levels are shared through all your characters on if your characters are on normal gameplay. All those characters have the same Paragon level. If your characters are on the hardcore, where one kill deletes your character, all those characters share the same Paragon level. And what you do is every level you get 1 point either in one of these 4 categories. You don't get 1 point in every category. It's one of these 4. And you can put them to improve your character. And also, as you might have guessed, they've eliminated the level cap for Paragon. So you can go, I don't know I'm certain there actually is still a level cap, but it's probably so ridiculously high that it's not even worth going into. Looking at just this scoreboard, I would say it's at least 255. It might be a couple bits higher than that, though. But the other big thing they've changed is the loot system. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put an edit in this recording. I'm going to play until my bags fill up, and then we're going to see what type of gear I have. So let's get that started. Alright, I'm back, and I kind of lied. I did not play. I played for about half hour. I did not fill up my bags. It was taking way longer than I wanted to, and the chair I'm recording in right now is incredibly uncomfortable. But I did one quest in about half hour, and I'm going to go over what gear I got. And I picked up everything. So if you're playing the old game, you're probably already thinking, half hour? That should have filled it up. Not true anymore. You can literally pick up everything now, and you won't have to go back to town every 5 minutes. I got a new quiver, which isn't all that great. A couple magic pieces don't really matter. Shoulders not as good as my legendary shoulders, but solid for a demon hunter, it looks like. Another quiver. Oh my god, that looks amazing. That is definitely an upgrade for me that is going on right now. See, we got cloak here. It doesn't look like an upgrade. Not bad. It's good for a demon hunter, though. You got a new bow. It's one-handed. Its stats are, it doesn't have dex, though, so blah. Let's see, new boots. Not great for a demon hunter. It does have the elemental arrow, which I do believe that is. No, I use hunter, so never mind. But yeah, it doesn't have dex. I don't equip anything that doesn't have dex. Let's see, gloves are decent. The armor sucks. Same dexterity. So I'm gonna skip on these gloves, but they're decent for a demon hunter. And then this ring. Legendary ring. Oh my god. Yeah, that is going to be equipped right now. That is amazing. But yeah, you see the gear I got, so much of it was set up for my class. So even though I was getting far less gear, I was actually getting more gear that was usable than I would have ever gotten doing a run through before. I mean, usually if I play a half hour, I'm going to get stuff like wizard only gear with tons of strength, demon hunter gear with tons of intelligence. It's completely useless. And they've changed it, so now the loot is actually likely to be really useful. And I'm really hoping, because so far just with this patch before the xpac has come out, I really like the way the loot has turned out. It's really great. As for like the difficulty thing, they changed it. It's easier, so I can't complain about that. It's nothing big. Auction house. I get why they're doing it, because you don't really need it, because the loot is so much more helpful to you. So I kind of get that. So overall, it's looking really promising for this xpac. Is it going to be the Lord of Destruction that this game needs? I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Add your opinions in the comments below. So far, just looking at the information so far with this patch, it certainly could be. We'll have to see.